Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. You are listening to And Another Thing. We are Joella and Helen, and this is 43. Episode 43.
Episode 43.
Episode 43.
And you were going to say it, but I'm not. Well, how do you say it? Buongiorno! Joella, who's just come back from Italy. Well, almost a week. Not even a week.
Not even a week yet. No, I was washing dishes at work today, and I was just, in my mind, still in Italy. I was like, less than a week ago. A week ago. I wasn't actually even in Italy. I was in London.
He was in London, but you were still on a vacation.
I was still on holiday vacationing mind, and I did not think about work at all.
That's good.
And so while I was at work, I was not thinking about work. I was thinking about being on holiday.
Well, this was the first day that you were, like, on the floor. Mm-hmm. You have done some stuff since you've been back.
Yeah.
But this was a shift on the floor. Mm-hmm. So this was like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah, and then there's been a couple of new feature boards that have come through while I've been away. And so they kind of popped up today, and I was like,
How'd you make that?
How do you make that again? I was part of the creation process, and they've taken pictures, but that was months ago, and I can't remember.
Yeah.
I've got absolutely no idea how to assemble these.
Good job, there's instructions for you.
Yes. Yeah. But welcome back to me.
Yes. Way.
Way.
How was it?
It was great. It was a wonderful trip. It was everything that I could have hoped Italy could have been. It was.
Good.
All the things that I thought it would be, it was. The food was outstanding. People ask me what was my favourite moment. The food is usually my answer.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much, if the food is shit when you go away, it's a big part of being away, what you're eating.
Yeah.
So, because basically all you do is get up, enjoy yourself, eat, go and do something else, eat. Like, it is how your most holidays will work. Walk around, do something. Oh, lunchtime.
Yeah.
And it has to be good because it's part of your holiday. Do you not think?
It's a fair statement. I don't think that that's how I operate. I realised it a lot after this trip as well. I'm actually not a great eater when I'm away on holiday. Because I'm usually walking many 100,000 steps a day to see all the things and do all the things. I'm not a great eater as it is. Like, I do forget to feed myself on a regular basis. And so that, and it, like, as a starting point, it's not great.
Yeah.
But when we're away, it was kind of my niece and she needed breakfast, so we'd find breakfast for her, but then by the time it was lunchtime, it'd be about 2:00 by the time either of us were, like, ready to eat.
Yeah.
And then, we should probably think about dinner at, like, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, which also worked well for the environment that we were in. But I hear what you're saying, and I think a lot of people would be like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah, well, you just go with, it depends who I'm with on holiday. Mm-hmm. If I'm with Scott, then it is like that, because he's quite regimented when I'm like, it's lunchtime, and I'm like, yeah, but we just had breakfast. But he's kind of regimented on
needs breakfast, lunch, and dinner at breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of times.
Kind of, yes. Yeah. I mean, is it quite flexible when we're away? But sometimes I don't need to have breakfast in the morning, but it would be like, oh, yep, I know you have to have breakfast.
Yeah.
So, but if I was with somebody that you could just skip along, then I could do either.
Yeah.
But I do think food is important when you're away. Like, you want to eat well.
Local cuisine, or you want to try the things, and you want to explore and experience what's different.
That's
very true. Yeah, because there were things that I did want to try and experience while I was there. And, like, while I'm in Italy, I want to have a tiramisu in Italy.
Yes.
Because if you're going to have a tiramisu, you might as well have one where it comes from.
That's what you've got to try.
So it's things like that. Yeah. For
I've
sure.
got a few questions for you. I want to know what your favourite pastry was when you were there, because are they famous for pastries, or is it just something that comes with espresso? Like, is that the...
I think maybe it's a bit of both. I was surprised that a traditional breakfast in Italy is a shot of espresso and a pastry on the side. And I'm not a sweet eating person in general either. Yeah. yeah, so I was curious. I'm like, first of all, I don't really eat breakfast, and then I'm not a sweet person. So I tried it.
Yeah.
And first, like, the croissant is actually quite popular to have, which I thought was interesting, but also their croissants taste different than what, like...
You would get in France.
Yeah.
Who are the pastry people.
Never been
Yeah.
to France, but I've tasted, like, more French authentic pastries, and it's very buttery and very flaky, whereas this was, like, a mixture of pastry flaky rather than like thin
buttery
it goes everywhere. Like this was just, I don't know how to describe the croissants, but they were humongous. They were usually stuffed, filled with a filling that you could either choose of like a lemon, a pistachio, or a chocolate filling. I usually went for pistachio filling because it was phenomenal. So and then, but the filling was like, it wasn't cream, it wasn't icing, it wasn't overly sugary, but it was like a moussey, creamy something on the inside. I don't know what it was, but it was delicious.
And it paired well.
And it paired well with having a shot of espresso, because you would have the bites of the sweet, but then you'd have the tartiness of an espresso to kind of counteract it. And then you kind of came away and you're like, I've got a nice balance of flavours right now.
Oh,
and I don't
cool.
feel overly sweetened by it.
Was there a lot of like bakeries and like...
Yes.
I wasn't expecting that from Italy. I imagine that like on the streets in France, like lots of boulangeries and pastry places, but it's not something that I thought Italy like had a lot
Definitely in terms of pastries, yes. They might be different in smaller villages that are not so touristy.
Yeah.
They might have more breads and things like that. Back in the day when I was doing my baking apprenticeship, I did my 3 years of apprenticeship work, and I genuinely was interested in going to Europe and being either in Germany or in Italy and finding a bakery that had been there for thousands of years and all generations, and basically just learning from them, because their sourdoughs all taste different because their starters have been running for the last however many generations, but then it will taste different because the stone that's in their building and the fire that they use to cook their bread with, it's got its own flavors. So I really wanted to learn about that. So I would say that in less touristy places there might be a bit more authentic.
Yeah, you should meet up with Mr. Stanley Tucci. He goes around all of Italy.
If only I could meet up with Mr. Stanley.
Come on,
Tucci.
Stanley. Okay,
but
so...
I will actually answer the question. What was my favorite? I do have a favorite.
Okay.
I had a croissant in Naples, and it was the first time I did like a traditional... It was kind of like a bakery bar setting, so you didn't have anywhere to sit, but you go into the place, you order it, the man that's just got a till in front of him, he's just on his own, there's nothing else around him, and then you take the receipt and then you go over to the bar where all the pastries are and you give it to the person over the bar, and then they'll give you your espresso and your whatever you've ordered. It freaked me out because I didn't know what I was doing, and then I did it wrong, and then I felt very like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did it wrong. I wanted to try so hard. And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, this, please, sir. But I came out with the biggest croissant with pistachio filling, and to this day, I keep remembering that croissant. It was delicious, and I ate it so fast, I didn't even take a picture of it.
Oh, come on.
But it was just, I didn't take a picture of it because I ate it and it was immediately amazing.
I'd have gone back and got another one to get a picture. And then
well, I would have gone back just to get another one.
And then have another one.
Yeah. So that was my favourite pastry.
Okay.
Okay.
The best dinner that you had?
The last dinner that we had in Italy.
Right.
My niece and I went to, we splurged. We went out to a nice restaurant, which was just around the corner from where we were staying. We were sitting outside cobblestone streets.
Where are you at this point?
We're in
Italy?
Sorrento,
right.
So we're South Italy in the Amalfi Coast area. So just think quintessential Italian coastal town with all the colours. You're walking up 1,000 steps. We're at the top of the cliff face in the middle of the village. Cobblestone streets that are tiny, lit by like hanging lanterns. And we're sitting outside and seeing people walk past us as we're having dinner.
Sounds lovely.
It was beautiful. But this place was quite fancy. And we both got a glass of wine each and then had a Wagyu beef carpaccio for our entree, like our starters, which is basically like raw meat cut very, very thinly. So thin, with just a bit of parmesan and a bit of rocket. And that was it. And it was just enough, and it was amazing. And then the main that I had was a squid ink pasta with all the seafood in it, in like a tomato-based sauce.
Seafood.
Yeah, the
When
whole
you're on the
time,
coast.
I was in Sorrento, I got seafood for dinner every single night. It was amazing. There was calamari in there. There was mussels in there. There was shrimp in there, and there was something else in there as well. That was delicious.
Hold on for the puddingy bit. But
Okay.
So when you got to Sorrento, it was very seafoody. When you was in Rome and Naples, what is it more there?
Rome is pasta. So if you go to Rome, you're supposed to have pasta, specifically carbonara. I did not actually have carbonara, but my niece did. If you go to Naples, you have to have pizza. It's when pizza was born.
Okay.
And when you go to Sorrento, it's more seafood kind of options.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I had all the things.
You had all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your dessert on that, the best dinner?
The dessert was great, but I didn't have the best, like, I didn't have a favourite dessert. So this particular dessert was a local favourite. So in the Amalfi Coast area, lemons grow everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just lemon central. And so it's a lemon dessert. And it was kind of like a lemon sponge cake. It was very small. So think of like a cup size cake upside down with like a lemon custard filling. But it wasn't custard. It was kind of quite tart.
Yeah.
But nice
More lemon
and
curdy.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not too lemon curdy,
Yeah.
but with a bit of softness to it. And then on the outside, it had like a dressing of mascarpone, lemony goodness, like draping over top of it.
Get in.
It was like a lava cake, but just
Yeah.
think lemon
lava cake.
delight lava cake. It was the perfect way to end that meal because it was quite light.
Yes. It was cleverly done then by them.
Yes, it was. And we, throughout some of that meal, we also like asked the server what was the best thing to have for dessert. And he said that was, choose that
best.
one. Yeah. And it was good. It was a good recommendation.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, the scenery, like when you get to it. What is it that struck you the most about being in Italy? Like in terms of the infrastructure or what the buildings look like? Is it just like it is on the TV?
Kind of.
Right.
I think, so all three places are very different. Someone asked me, is there a place that I went to that I wouldn't go back to again? And I said, probably Naples. Not for anything, but just I've done it once, I don't need to go back. If I did go back to Naples, I would like to do it with a touring group or like a guide of some sort so that someone can just basically take me through and show me the sights. Because I didn't have a lot of ideas of what to do and see there. My niece and I saw a lot, but it's just a different vibe. So Rome is very historical. Basically, you're walking around every corner, and even though the Colosseum and the Vatican are amazing, you're still walking towards the Colosseum and you see this ruin and you see that building and you see this ruin, and it's just like the entire historical value of that city is mind-blowing. And I don't think I could ever get used to just the wow
Imagine
factor.
if you live there.
Right?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Do you just take it for granted, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because you
You
live
see it every
there.
day, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
look, there it is, Colosseum.
Yeah. Well, much
Off to
like
work I go.
when people say to me, why did you come from New Zealand and come to Southern
Yeah.
Ontario? Like, it was New Zealand. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful. And I left.
Yeah.
And
That people say that to me. Why would you leave England?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's a bit of everything. I mean, you know, your place that you live in is the place that you live in, whether the Colosseum's there or not.
Yeah, and you don't
it's still
always,
life for you.
Yes, it's
So,
very true. So what did you do in Naples? Where was Pompeii?
Pompeii was Naples.
Okay.
Yeah. So just kind of like going back to your question before I'll go to that. Rome, historical. Naples, It's a newer city than Rome, naturally. It's got its own historical area, but the streets are very narrow. The buildings are very tall. And if you think of the washing lines between the buildings when you're walking down the alleyway and they're all the way hung up, that's what we saw. And
like on the Restaurante pizza advert. When they
probably
the pizzas go across the washing line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what you see all the time. And just like the buildings are colourful, the architecture is beautiful. And so Naples, that was that. Like just architecturally very different and kind of the quintessential, you're walking down small alleyways, you look up and there's people's washing hanging up and
nice.
It's just like that feel.
Yeah.
And then for Sorrento, very much what you would think a cliffside village of Italy was. That's what it was.
And you like that because it's by the sea.
And
We
it's
both
by
like
the
being
sea.
by the sea.
Yeah. So what was your other question, sorry?
I can't remember.
What did we do in places?
Oh, Pompeii. I wanted to know about Pompeii.
Oh. So I didn't really know too much about Pompeii. I just knew that it was a historical place in terms of there was a volcano that erupted.
A village disappeared.
Village disappeared. People go see the village. We did a 2-hour guided tour, and my niece and I both could have stayed another 2 hours and done the tour again.
Wow.
Just because it was so cool. The volcano erupted in 70-something AD, so 76 or 79, but that's how long ago. So that's around 2,000 years ago, this volcano erupted. And what happened is that it erupted early in the morning, and the ash and the lava that came through was quite quick. And apparently what happened, if you're historical people and you're listening to me, I apologize for my inaccuracy because this is what I learned and that's what I've retained. But the ash that came through basically immobilized and knocked people out. And so they didn't really see or hear anything because they'd already kind of been put to sleep. And so people were frozen in time in the place that they were at. And then the lava kind of came through and buried the entire city. And what they did when they were doing the archaeological digs is that they found that there were air pockets under the ground. And when they came to these air pockets and they opened them up, then the bones and everything that were inside from the people disintegrated because it was exposed to the air. So what they learned to do is that when they came across these air pockets, before they carried on digging and exposing the air pockets to the natural elements and having everything disintegrate, they would somehow put a mold, or I want to say epoxy, but I don't actually know if that's the right word, but like a molding type of material into the air pocket, allow it to settle, and then they would do the archaeological dig around it. And essentially what has happened is that a person has died in this air pocket, and the frame and the shape of who they are has still been held by the dirt around it. So when they pour the material in it and let it set, what comes out is essentially a picture of the person that was there. Wow. And the facial structure of what they had, because it's all indented into the dirt, and that's what's left. And so when you're going through some of the museum parts, you actually see, it's a very surreal thing because you're seeing this imprint of a person and you're like, okay, it's not a body, it's not their bones, but you can actually see a person's face and how they were sitting and how they were lying down. And it's super fascinating just how they discovered the people. And because it was so early in the morning, everyone was just doing their everyday life. They found, I think there was one place where they found a loaf of bread that had been like encapsulated in lava in the oven because the bakers were up when the volcano erupted. And so they were able to like extract this loaf of bread that was 2,000 years old. Like it's just, that's the kind of thing that's super cool.
Yeah.
And they're still unveiling the city to this day. Like there's areas that we walked around that they're still under construction and still finding bones and things. And
that's pretty neat.
So part of it, it's just really cool how when you're going through a house that would have been there, our guide was saying, like, the houses were established so that when the roofs, instead of like having a triangular point type of roof that we have now, think of an indented triangular point. So the point of the triangle is going down into the house, because in the center of the entranceway they have kind of like a fountain area. There's particular words and I've forgotten what they're called, but basically, like, you come in and, oh look, there's a pretty fountain, but it's actually gathering all of the rainwater that's come through. It goes into this fountain, and then when the fountain starts to overflow, then the overflow goes further into the house for it to be utilized in other areas of the house. And I'm like, just the ingenuity of the people of the day with what they had was phenomenal. And then you're walking down the cobblestone roads and there are like wagon wheel indentations in the stone, because when the stones would get wet, when the road would get wet, and then the carts would go through. It's like, those are the kinds of neat things that you
that sounds like
see
a really
and
interesting
experience.
part of your trip.
It
Especially
was.
as it was a tour as well. You got lots of information.
Yeah. Our tour guide was super funny. I'll tell you more about that later on, but yeah. So that was Pompeii.
Okay.
What was the other question? Any more?
No, I don't have any more because we'll probably
Go into it.
go into a bit later on.
Yeah. How was your 2 weeks?
Oh, I'm fine.
While I was away?
Thanks for asking. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just did life and work was fine. It was funny because I said this to you. When we work together, we're like an extension of each other. And then when one of us goes away, you're like, okay, I've just got to find my feet. But I also realised that, you know what, sometimes working with you makes me feel like I'm forgetful. Like, oh, she's done that shit, I forgot to do that. But it's not that. I've realised that is how I work. So sometimes I have to move from one station to another because somebody needs me. But then I work my way back round again. I mean, obviously sometimes I do forget stuff. But I'm like, I'm going to leave that now and I'm going to do that. And then I go back to that. So I work pretty well by myself, but I have to get back into the routine of that when you're not there. Well, you're often not there for a shift anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I'm like, God, I would probably go back to this, and then Jo would have done it, but she might think I'd forgotten to do it, but I know that I have to do it. You know, like, it's so funny.
Do you know what?
So I'm like, oh, I can actually function all by myself.
Do you know what was going through my mind some of the times today when you had done half of a job?
Yeah.
And I literally waited. I didn't, like, there were some things where I intentionally left it. And I was like, Helen's done half a job. If I wasn't here, she'd come back and finish it.
Sometimes maybe not.
And
Like,
so then,
oh shit, I need to do that.
But then I did leave it. And then afterwards I was like, I need to move this because you're actually in my way. Like, I need to finish your job because the area that it's in, I need to be in the area. So I'm going to just...
Yeah, which
put the
I don't
things away.
mind because
Put the things
when
away.
you're not there, it wouldn't have been in your way.
No,
so
exactly.
like, I left some boxes that I'm going to come back to that because there's going to be a couple more boxes, and then I emptied the apples out, and I'm like, I've just got to put that down because I'm going to take these apples. So there's a little process that happens in my head.
Yes.
And then you will come over and you'll be like, oh, I need this space. I've left it long enough. I need to move this crate.
Yeah, because I did literally leave. Because I was like, you're halfway through a job.
Yeah.
I knew it because you'd already told me about it. Like, you'd previously told me this is how you're functioning while I'm away. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave it and see if you come back to it. And then I'm like, damn it, I need the mixer and I need the space and your boxes and your apples are in my way.
I did come back to it and be like, oh, they've gone. That's fine. I'll move on to the next bit. So I think my day at work is one long story of this big circle that I have to do all the time because I can't stay in one spot when you're not there.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I'll start doing something and then I'm like, okay, now I've got to move over here and we really need to clear this because the order's coming in. So I have to do that now. I can always go back to that later. So
Yeah.
I'm always like, It's like when I'm at home and cleaning, I'll put this on the stairs.
Yeah.
There's no point in going up the stairs now. Then I'll take it when I go up. And then when I come down the stairs, I'm like, I need to bring this down. Like there's
I wonder if,
a
like,
process.
when we're... like, our working styles are very similar in some aspects. And so I wonder sometimes if it's like, I've gone to do something that you'll probably do in 5 minutes as well. But I'm like, I'm also thinking, oh, the order's going to arrive soon. So we probably should like do X, Y, Z. And so in the example of you being at home, I probably would be the kind of person that come along and be like, well, I need to go up the stairs to do the thing. And she's got the thing down there. So then I'll just take the thing and then I'll put them upstairs and I'll put them away.
God,
But like-
wouldn't that be amazing?
But I think that's how we work together. And when,
Yes.
when either of us, because I feel it differently as well when
Yeah.
you're not there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, now I have to, because I do it too.
Yeah.
You're not somebody who just finishes their job and like does half a job and then comes. I also do half a job sometimes.
Because you have to sometimes.
Because you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do come around, but we do kind of finish things for one another, because you'll go back to it and you'll think, oh, I need to do this. Oh, Joe is halfway through it. I'll finish it.
Yes.
And it's kind of...
Yeah. So when you're
yes.
not there's nobody to finish it. You have to actually go back and do it or
Yeah.
redirect someone else. And I also found that I was very good at saying, you know, like because you weren't there, I'll be like, could you finish off that for me? Like, so I will direct people because it hasn't been done by my second or half of my body. And then I'm like, okay, I need some help because I'm not going to finish it. Can you do this? Can you do this? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
And you become a little bit more of a
which
delegator.
we don't have to do that as much when
we're
you
working
two-
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we let like the staff do their amazing thing, and
Yeah.
then we're doing the background stuff, but the two of us are doing it together.
Yeah.
But when you're not there, I'm like, oh, right, somebody needs to finish these dishes so I
Yes.
can do this. You
There
know?
are many times when you're not working and I see the dishes pile up and I'm like, I just need some hands on the dishes, please.
Yes.
Can someone go and do them?
Because we're very
Or put a
dish people,
load.
because it's honestly one of the greatest positions for us, because it can be left.
Yes.
So if it needs to be left,
Yeah.
because we have to do other stuff, then it can be. Like, it's not the
Yeah.
end of the world. And also from that position, when you're running, you get to run the food
Mm-hmm.
or run the drink, so you get to keep an eye on the restaurant. It feels like the dish person can't do that, but it's key to making it work for me.
Yeah.
So
And
because
me too.
people say, why do you always do the dishes? I said, because this is the position that I can leave
Yeah.
at any time and walk
come
around the
back to-
restaurant and check on everybody, and I'm not
Yeah.
like disrupting the
flow
way
of every other,
Yes,
all the other
exactly.
stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've digressed, but
Anyway.
that's how my.
That's how you
But I
always
just have
swim.
to quickly pop back to something, because you
Okay.
saying if I saw something on the stairs, I would pick it up and go up.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like, oh my God, that's like,
What, that would be a good thing?
oh yes.
I say, okay, this is, I realize exactly what I just asked. Like, that would be, of course, that would be a good thing. I live by myself. Everything that I do, I have to finish. So
Right.
me saying that would be a good thing as a question, I'm like, so that would be helpful because I don't live
Yeah.
with someone else to have to like put something on the stairs to then think.
Why do people, well, my family, I guess,
Yeah.
feel like it's okay to walk past things on the stairs that they know these
Goes
must
to
be
your
on,
bedroom.
on the stairs
Yeah.
for a reason. Like,
This is your pile of socks right here.
yeah,
These
or
are your
even if it
shoes.
was mine, like, it's on the stairs. It needs to come off the stairs and go, I've put toilet rolls there or something. And then how are you going to wipe your bum if you don't take these into the bathroom?
It's like the magic fairy toilet roll person. Look,
Yes!
You don't remember that? Anyway.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's a video. So I think it's actually an Australian video. And this woman is getting like irate with this man that they live together, whatever the direct relationship dynamic. And she's like, I'm done. I've had enough. I'm walking. And he's like, no, but what, like, why? What's going on? And she's like, I'm done cleaning up after you. I'm just done. And he's like, I've got a secret to tell you. I haven't wanted to tell you because I didn't want to mess up the system, but I'll share the secret with you.
I honestly,
There's
I think I'm remembering.
There's a fairy that comes. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I just leave stuff on the counter and then I come back the next day and it's gone. And he's like, and then look here, look, you see this pile of socks in all this laundry? Just leave it. And in 2 days' time, it's gone. And she's standing here looking at him like he's the biggest stick on the planet.
The toilet roll thing is, we don't, since we had a bathroom decorated, it was a couple of years ago now, I have not put a toilet roll thing on the wall because I'm scared of mucking the wall up.
Right.
And I also haven't bought like a stand-up one.
Right.
So maybe my fault.
Do we need to go to IKEA so that you can get a stand-up toilet roll holder?
Probably.
Okay.
But, so it's just on the side. It's not really that much of a big deal. You just grab it from the side. But when it's finished, don't just leave the cardboard roll on the side. And you've grabbed yourself a new toilet roll. So you've got the cardboard and then a new toilet roll right next to the toilet.
Where's it supposed to go?
In the garbage! It goes in the garbage. You put it, it's just old.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yes, it was.
Did you know that I was baiting you there for
No,
a second?
I thought that it was real. Like, why are you asking me that? It goes in the bin. I can't believe you would ask that. As you as silly as the people that leave it on my side. Oh, I talk to things as well. Like, so I'll go in and I'll be like, for fuck's sake.
What are you doing
in
there?
the bin? Like, where's my fairy?
This is when you need a little pen, a little toilet pen. So that you're sitting on the toilet and there's a little roll that's just sitting there next to the filled roll. You can draw on it saying, why am I sitting here and not in the bin? I so desperately want to go on the rubbish. Someone please put me in there.
And then I'll put a date on it.
Yeah.
And see how long it sits there. I could have a whole family of them.
Right? Hello, my name is Bob. I'm missing my wife, Brenda. She disappeared a couple of days ago.
Oh, moving on. Maybe we should have a tea.
Maybe we'll have a break. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Before we carry on for the rest of the segment, we had a bit of a moment earlier. We were halfway through talking, and actually we were mid-laugh. And then I looked down at my screen, and everything had frozen. Yeah. And we were like, oh my goodness, what's happened? So there might be some tentativeness, but I'm saving things as we go. We're still recording, we're still going. We'll see how it ends at the time. But
yes.
It took probably about a 15-minute break for us to troubleshoot what was going on.
Well, for you to troubleshoot, I just looked on my phone.
Yeah. And then I did the old, let's just shut things down, cross our fingers. The best. And thankfully, happy days for
we're still here.
Data being saved. Mm-hmm. And we're still here. So that's what happens behind the scenes. Okay. I have two things that I want to talk about and what I've gleaned from my time away. I also have some funny stories that I want to tell you, which I'll tell later if we got some time. But one of the things I want to talk about was how no matter where you go in the world, there always seems to be the customers that will piss you off. So, for example, in Naples, we're halfway through our trip. We've missed our ferry to get to Sorrento. So my niece and I decide it's Sunday morning. We were supposed to get to the ferry at 10 o'clock. We're walking towards there and I'm like, we're not going to make our ferry. So plan B, get a later ferry, check in later in Sorrento, and then we just make a day of it in Naples. We go find a cafe, we go get something to eat, and then we ended up finding a park. We sat and we read for 3 hours because both of us had a book to read. It was brilliant. Such a great thing to do, and it kind of reset the both of us for the rest of our trip. But while we're sitting in this cafe, beautiful place, cafe here, we're sitting out towards a bit of a walkway, rocks, ocean. That was our view.
Nice.
It was phenomenal. We're sitting there, and we are sitting at a 2 tabletop seat, and then there's like one row in front of us of a table with like a 2 tabletop seat. But the chairs are facing to the back of the restaurant, facing towards the water, right? Yeah. So you're not sitting opposite one another, but you're sitting looking at the view. It's designed, the chairs are sat looking at the view. So first of all, this couple come along. They were Italian, spoke Italian very fluently, very Italian, and how they, whatever. So they come along, they get a seat. First of all, this place was a little bit willy-nilly. We kind of didn't really know, like, we asked if we could sit. They said yes. We sat down and we're like, what happens now? Because we sat for probably about half an hour before anything came our way. So we're like, do we go inside? Does someone come out? And then we were looking, we're like, no, you're coming out with a thingy. And it started getting busier. So we'd missed our ferry. We were going nowhere. Yeah. We were happy to sit and wait. Every now and then people were just coming in, sitting down, not asking for anything. So I was like, first of all, people just come and sit no matter where in the world you are. First thing I learned, whether you ask or not, some people just come along, sit at a table, Bob's your uncle. This couple, they sit at a table. They moved the chairs from looking at the scenery to on the other side of the table so that their back is to the scenery and they are facing towards the restaurant.
Weirdos.
Right? First of all, why are you doing that? So then a server comes along, chats with them. Through hand motion, you can basically hear that, no, you need seats on the other side of the table. Also, it's a thoroughfare of people walking.
Okay, yeah.
It's busy. Mm-hmm. People are with their prams, people are on their bicycles, people are
There's
like
a
crowds.
reason why the chairs are on this side.
Exactly. And then back and forward happens, and then the server goes away, and then you see somebody else that's dressed differently, and I'm like, I clock you as someone else more in charge. So someone else more in charge comes along, talks to them, then they're getting irate, this couple, about the fact that they're going to sit how they're going to sit. So eventually there was kind of just you can tell as the person who's in charge is just like body language and everything, you can tell they've had enough. You're not going to win this argument. I'll just walk away. So they did. They just walked away. But also by that point, because it was getting busier, a host had come out to the front to stand at his host stand. The fella from the couple kept on talking to the host about the situation. And you can tell when someone's talking about something. That's what he was talking about. So anyway, the host man kind of interacts with him, and you can tell that he's trying to explain, and you can see with the hand gestures and everything like that. And then a flip switches in the host man, and he's had enough. And he just does the universal and like stares with a blank face out into the middle of nowhere and switches off to this guy who's still talking to him.
Oh my God.
I was just like, oh my goodness, this is universal what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Of like, you can see servers told you to do something, you're not listening. Managers told you to do something, you're not listening. They've all said, fine, have it your way. They've all walked away. Then the host person is doing his job. You're now talking to him about all the things, and he's just like, I can't be bothered, mate.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, it was so entertaining. So while we're sitting there, this couple stays. Honestly, what an interesting couple just to watch. He's on his phone the whole entire time, and she's just watching the world go by. And I was like, what an interesting dynamic.
How is she watching the world go by with her back to them?
Right?
Yeah.
So while we're sitting there, these three, I reckon they were sisters. Swear they all looked alike. Just the way and their mannerisms and how they were interacting. Again, Italian. They walk inside the restaurant, but still it's outside because it's patio, but it's covered. Mm-hmm. They walk inside, they sit down. The couple in front of us left, so that table had come free. So they immediately hop up from their chairs and go and sit. And I'm like, freaking moving table people are everywhere. No matter whether you're in Italy or Canada, people will steal available tables.
By the window.
By the window.
Essentially.
Yes. And I was like, oh my goodness, you guys are everywhere. But what was entertaining was that there were three of them at a two-seating table. And so the two sisters come out, and then they're like, we'll sit there, you sit there, we'll just find another chair. You can see this happening. And then old Miss from the original couple pipes up, and she's watching. And I can see the smile come on her face because she knows what the whole situation is. And she's like, this is not going to, like, you can see the body language of this is not going to go down well. And so again, a server comes along. They're about to grab a chair from somewhere else to put it in the front. Server comes along, says, no, you can't do that. They trot off to go back to their table. Someone's stolen their table! And literally, as they're trying to go back to their table, I see a server who has food in their hands going to the original Three Sisters table where someone else is now sat because the Three Sisters hopped up to the front where they can't sit anymore because there's only two seats designed to look out, not in. And so then I see the server turn over her head and see what's happening with her hands of food, and literally she walks away and I can see her eyes roll in her head and like the utter frustration of it all as she's walking past, and I'm like, freaking customers are useless no matter where you go.
They're just day ruiners sometimes.
Right. It was highly entertaining about the fact that you get table snatchers no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Even if you've got rules, people don't listen to them. Even if they want to do what they want to do, they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Whether you're...
Why do we bother then? We should just leave them.
Right. Anyway. So that was my very entertaining story of just watching
and
the
that
world
would not
walk.
have happened if you'd made the ferry.
Right.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have happened if
no,
you made the ferry.
Wouldn't have had that great story.
So anyway, all that to say, customers are dicks no matter where you are.
Yeah. Did you notice that the customers there do what they like? Well, you've just described they do what they like, but did you find that everywhere? Like they would just come in, sit down? Like, is that the nature of...
No.
Okay.
No. So a lot of places, so there's two kinds of ways that you can do something in terms of like a rule kind of basis. A lot of the places that we went to, there was usually a host out front or a host wherever we were entering into. And a lot of the times it was, can we have a table?
And they would direct you to the table.
And they would direct us or say, yep, you can. Or the first night we were there, basically in 24 hours, neither of us had slept. So we were quite tired. And it happened to be my birthday the day that we arrived. And so my niece was like, I want to take you out for dinner for your birthday dinner. So I was like, great, we'll go to the restaurant at the very end of our lane, which we did. It was a great choice. But when we arrived, there was literally a lineup. And so we said to the host, can we have a table for two? He's like, yep, what's your name? 2 people, go stand over there. No time wait, no nothing. And we were just happy to stand and wait. And I think that's what we noticed, is that you don't get a time for how long you're going to wait, but people are happy to wait.
Right.
There was just like a lack of fastness that was taking place. And it was lovely.
That was just the nature of it.
Yep.
This is, you will get a table.
Yep.
Just stand over there. Not going to tell you when. That people wouldn't like that here. They need to know.
Yeah. So that's one of the differences that I noticed. And then another thing that happens is, especially if you're going into a smaller bakery kind of place or a place that has a bar area.
When you say
like
bar,
a coffee bar.
Okay, just to stand up.
Yeah. So there's 2 things. You can ask for a table and you can just have your espresso and your croissant with your table. It
costs you more.
But it will cost you more.
Just sit down.
If you stand, you're standing at a bar, you get your coffee, you basically shoot it down, you gobble your croissant, you're on your way.
Yeah. And
that is the only time where I saw things move quickly.
Right.
Everything else was a slow-paced environment. Even this one particular situation as well, which I took note of, it was our last breakfast in Rome, and we'd sat down at a cafe, and I literally watched this girl who had a lineup of people, and it was busy the whole time, lineup of people, and then the cafe was kind of full, and she didn't have anyone else around her at that time to sort something out that had happened. So she just left the line, and then she just meandered. She just meandered, took her time, meandered back, didn't even talk to the people at the till, meandered this way, took care of everything, meandered back, carried on with the rest of the line.
But the people in the line weren't getting irate?
No.
No, what a difference.
And I was like, if I could bring anything to here, that's what I would bring back. Just the lack of urgency.
So when I went on holiday, the
Yes.
slow walkers,
Yeah.
the slow pace, I'm like, I'm going to try that. There's absolutely no way you can try that here. It's
No.
all
Now, fast go.
Yeah, and if you've got people in the lineup and you haven't said to them, which is obviously polite, I'll be with you shortly. If you don't say that, you can see other people peeking around the person in front to say, how long is this going to be? They're all getting edgy. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, it's just a coffee and a sandwich. Like, I got things to do. You know, I'm not purposely ignoring you.
I think there was only one time, and I'm trying to remember the scenario, and I can't, but I think there was only one time in our process where we needed to be somewhere and we only had about an hour.
Okay.
And I was like, we cannot actually sit down because it's not going to take an hour to sit down. We're not going to get our first starter. We're not going to, nothing is going to happen within the hour for us to be able to move. So let's just find like a street food situation or let's just grab a...
Which is sensible, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, oh my goodness, I loved it.
Yeah.
And I loved that everybody else just went with it.
Yeah.
Tourists and locals.
Everybody
went with it.
How nice. Yeah. What a different feel.
It really was. It really was. And so, like, as that example, our dinner times, we usually sat and ate around between 8 to 10 o'clock at night.
Which is normal, though.
Which is normal there. It was usually, that's when it's busy. But 2 hours at an average was our dinner time. And we didn't eat a lot in that dinner time. It was just like everything came out slower. We finished our starter and then
your dinner
might be cleared, but our dinner wasn't coming straight after it or even like...
They're not rushing you.
No.
To get money from that table.
No.
Which is what happens here. Starter gone, food here.
Yeah. Let's turn a table, turn a table.
Yeah.
But these guys, it's like you're finished and you want to sit and you just want to chat and you're not going to order a single thing afterwards, but we've got people at the door. You sit and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Like just the freedom to be able to sit and not feel rushed.
I feel like that's I've experienced that when we've been on holiday in Spain. Mm-hmm. It's a similar sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm. And also, I noticed just like stomach-wise, my whole entire system felt so much better.
Yeah.
Because it took 2 hours for you to eat your entire... Like, I ate so much food, but I did it over such a long period of time that everything just settled really nicely, rather than shoving all of that in as quick as you can.
And then go into bed, which is what we do now.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was delightful.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so customers are the same no matter where you go in the world.
Yeah.
The second thing that I realised on my trip was places have rules no matter where you are, and sometimes it's really hard to figure out what those rules are.
Yeah.
So prior to going to Italy, I did kind of do a bit of searching on what do you do when you go into a restaurant, like what are the things, and I only knew that when you go into more of a bakery style place, you do go to the cashier first, you place your order with the cashier, you get the receipt, and then you go to the bar to get served. I only knew that because I did a bit of research before I went. I would not have a Scooby if I was there and didn't know, and I would have stood there thinking, what do I do?
Until you've done it once and then you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's also quite, like, that's the only time where it is busy because it's chaos. It's like people are getting their espresso shots and the guys are, like, moving. Honestly, watching those guys at an espresso machine is just like, you guys are amazing. So I was really grateful for learning the things that I did before we went. Didn't make me any less nervous ordering a coffee because I was still a little bit nervous about it. But after a while, I kind of got the hang of it. And then also got the hang of if we want to sit, we can sit. And it's going to be like €2 more for your $4 of your breakfast for your coffee and your croissant. When we went to London, which we went to Italy for 7 days, did a day and a half, nearly 2 days in London on the way home. When we went to London, I caught up with a friend of mine, and so it was the three of us went out for dinner to a pub. And when we arrived, it was very busy in the bottom of the pub, but we saw that there were stairs. So we went up the stairs to go upstairs to sit and eat. And then we sat upstairs, and I was like, what do we do now? Because I'd known from you'd told me before when you go to a pub, if you're ordering drinks, you go to the bar and you order and you pay at the bar. And then sometimes if you're ordering food, you might also go to the bar or they might also come to you. Like sometimes it's a bit. And I was like, and I looked
depending on the pub,
yeah. And so I looked at my friend who's living there in the UK at the moment. I was like, what do we do? And she's like, I'll go ask. And so, bless you for asking. She went downstairs, went to the bar, and was like, what do you do? Did someone come up? And they're like, no, upstairs is table service. But wouldn't have had the foggiest of ideas. No. Because there's no clue, no inclination, no nothing about the fact that you could just go grab a seat.
Everywhere you go is different in the world. It's like when you moved here, there'll be things that you would have learnt coming here. Is this what we do here? Like, how do you do that? You know, it's different from your home.
Yes.
Now it feels extremely familiar. It's like you've got to do it once, or you've got to go to that pub a couple of times. Yes. You're like, now I know what to do. Now I know what to do.
Yeah. And sometimes I do go back to New Zealand, and I think the last time I went to a cafe with somebody, and I was like, what do we do again?
Yeah.
Do we order at the till? Do we grab our, like, how does it work? Because it's just...
How does it work? Do you grab... Like at home, if we go in a coffee shop, I'm like, go get that table, Mum. Like, we've got to get a table first, because otherwise you could serve your coffee and you'd be like, oh, bloody hell, there's nowhere to sit.
That's a lot of what happens in New Zealand, which I'd forgotten.
And you move if somebody moves and you move the cups to another table, which used to happen to us.
Yes.
And there'd be one particular table that was just
full of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be a universal way of doing things so that when you move around the world, you're like, okay, so we'll wait to be seated or blah, blah, blah.
So I've created a new job for myself.
Okay.
This is a dream job. If anyone out there wants to hire me for this job, I'm all for it.
Right.
I would like to be a travelling hospitality experience person to go around the world and experience different hospitality rules.
Write a book.
And either write a book or create an app, so that when you're going to a different country, you can go in and say, how do I do this in this country? And be like, when you go into a pub in London, you go to this and you do this first and you do this first. When you're going to a place in Italy, you do this first and you do this. I'm like, I will do that job, thank you very much. I will go around the world. I will.
No one's going to hire you for that. You have to create this job yourself.
I know. I did think
amongst
about
all
that.
the other jobs that we're
I
going
know.
to do in our
I think
lives.
of all the amazing things that I could do, and I'm like, if I had the care to be a content creator, I don't have the care to be. It's just too much work.
No, do you know how difficult it is to get Jo on camera? Goodness me, she never wants to do it.
Honestly, we're going around London, and my friend was like, "Do you want a picture with this? Do you want a picture?" And I'm like, "No." Really? I'm like, no. But to be fair, I have come home, and I'm a bit bummed that I haven't got a picture of myself at the Colosseum. I've got a picture of me and my niece at the Colosseum, but not me by myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it, Joella, just suck it up, Cupcake,
Just
and
say
get
yes.
the damn picture.
Yeah.
But
Oh, well, we'll just put a backdrop somewhere and you can stand in front of it now and just point
so, I
and
mean, you
smile.
never know. Maybe one day I might be a content creator and I'll go around the world testing out different places
Yeah.
and how the rules work.
And do a vlog and appear on camera
Yep.
and tell people.
Absolutely, because that's my dream. Anyway, all that to say, it's hard to know
Yeah.
what the rules are.
You know what? One of the hardest things is if you are going from place to place and you're driving. Mm-hmm. It's like, holy moly, the rules in different countries. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know you didn't drive, but imagine driving in Italy. It feels
No,
like
thank
it
you.
would be. Yeah, okay. I was going to say,
Yeah.
I've not been, but I just imagine it's.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're a pedestrian, you're putting your life in your own hands.
Yeah.
You are
There's lots
walking
of
out
little-
and you just
little
walk
Fiat
and you run.
500s and mopeds.
Yep. And then roundabouts, I'm like, there are no lanes anywhere. You've got 3 lanes all kind of going into one, going around a roundabout. They're all going in the same direction. They're just kind of going. And I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
If I was like in Tuscany or somewhere more rural, I would probably do a car hire or
Yeah.
like a Vespa hire just for shits and giggles to kind of be dreaming.
But not in the cities.
Heck to the no.
Yeah.
No way.
When I first moved here and we were driving on like the highway or what I would call a motorway, and you know, like it says you're coming off at the next exit is this one, and I'd always move over a lane because I'd be scared that it was taking me off because I didn't realise that you could go straight.
Oh, because you didn't realise that it kind of offshoots
Yes,
on its own. It's
yeah.
not the lane that
Yeah.
goes to the right or the left.
Oh, I was like driving Miss Daisy when I first came. And we had like a minivan, which was like a bus to me because I
Yeah.
used to have
A little tiny mini.
Mini, or what do we have? I can't remember what we had before, Fiat Punto or something.
Yeah.
So it was always small cars because they were easier in England. And we had this bloody great minivan. It's like, honestly, and it was red, so I did feel like I was driving a bus. And I don't know whether I've told this story before, but if I have, you're going to hear it again. It was Scott's grandmother. So I started to learn to drive. I was all driving slowly and trying to find my feet on the roads here. And we went to the grocery store, and I parked miles away because I did feel like I couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
And even though the spaces are bigger here, they
Yes,
are wider.
they
the
are
parking
wider,
spots.
yeah.
She'd say, "Can't we get any closer, dear?" I'll be like, "No, we can't.
I'll just drop you off, Great Gran.
I'll
I'll meet you in a minute.
I'll pull my bus up here first, then I'll park way over there." It is scary, and I feel sorry for people who are driving in England. They come out of Heathrow straight onto the M25, and it is the road signs. You'll see one, and you're like, "Oh, this is where we're going," and then they stop. Like, you're like, just say you were going, I don't know, I can't think of a name.
Okay.
But it tells you that you're going this way to Shepherd's Bush, for example.
Right.
And then it says Shepherd's Bush left. And so you turn left and then you just keep driving. And you're like, there's now no other signs that tells me where to go. Like,
so
they
you
kind
just
of
put your hands in the life of a sign saying,
Yeah.
I hope I'm going towards Shepherd's Bush right now.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to tell me
then,
otherwise.
And then later on, you'll be like, oh, wow, okay, another sign. Like, it gets exciting. But, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, I know there's GPS and stuff now, but just, yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
there
back
wasn't.
in the day.
You just had a map
You
that you were
just
trying to
kept
fold
going.
up properly.
Yeah. Which you
Keep
never
the
could.
creases
Yeah.
properly.
Right.
Oh, dear. Okay. We are getting a little bit long for this episode, but can I tell you this really funny story?
Yeah.
Unrelated to hospitality, but it's like the, again, universal of parents and kids traveling. So we are in Naples. It's been a long, hot day, and we're walking back towards where we're staying, and we've got a bit of a trek in front of us. And by this point, I'm depleting in my day, and I'm like, I said to my niece, can we find a gelato shop? I just need something to pick me up. So we found a gelato shop. Best thing in the world. I'm going to miss gelatos when it comes to summertime here. I said, I don't really feel like walking. I just want to like stand here and eat. So we're standing on the corner of the shop outside, and just like, this is a bustling little, it's not a road, it's a thoroughfare of people walking, and it's just chaos and pandemonium of the amount of people that are coming through. So we're standing there, and we just kind of, every now and then we'd say, where do you think they're from, and where do you think they're from in the world, and trying to, you know, play that game. And then this dad comes around the corner with his daughter, who must have been younger than 5. And then the dad is not paying attention. The daughter comes along, and I turn to my niece and make, she just stood in poo. The daughter just stood in dog poo. Right there, dog poo. Stood in it. And then I was like, oh look, the dad's just stood in dog poo too. And not only did they stand in dog poo, the dog poo was right there, and it was like bars, like, you know, the bars that you would, like a street bar that you would kind of tie your bicycle to.
Yeah.
Like it's just not a bar for anything, it's just kind of one of those standalone things. So then she's climbing it with dog poo on her feet. He's standing there in the dog poo, watching her play. And I'm like, this is so gross.
And you're trying to eat your gelato.
So we're eating our gelato. And then as we're standing there, and there's like, the dog poo's just like getting more smeared into everything. The mother comes from the other direction, stops right in front of us, looks at the father and the daughter, immediately looks down, speaking Italian, not a phrase of English is spoken. I know exactly what's being said. Yeah. You're standing in dog poo. There's dog poo right there. She stood in dog poo, and then they go back around the corner, so I can't see them because I don't want to stare.
Yeah.
And you can hear the whole entire process of the fact that not only has she stood in dog poo, the little girl has smeared dog poo everywhere because she's been climbing up on the rails and her hand's been on the like it's just everywhere. And then they're with friends, and so the friends are coming up behind them, and then the husband and the wife are standing there watching the friends, and I'm trying not to laugh and they're trying not to laugh, and I can just see the entire thing unfold of like the quintessential realities of the dad is totally oblivious. The first thing the mother sees, dog poo.
She sees it straight away. She
sees it straight away. And absolutely livid.
And now it's got to sit next to her stinky family while they have dinner.
Honestly, it made me chuckle so much.
That's so
I was
disgusting.
Like, this is just like brilliant. It was just brilliant. I'm like, there are some brilliant dads out there. I will take my hat off to them. I know some of them.
Yeah.
But there are also some really useless dads out there too. Who don't realise that your daughter's just standing freaking dog poo.
Because you're standing in it now anyway.
And naturally, what does the woman see? The first thing as she comes around the corner, dog poo.
Oh my God, that is just horrible. I can almost smell it.
So funny. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But it was so funny.
I wanted to... How long have we got? Where are we at?
We're at an hour.
Oh, bummer.
What is your...
Well, I don't really have a who does that. I have something that's annoyed me while you've been away. But okay. I just wanted to quickly ask you, if Italy was a perfume, what would it smell like?
Lemon soap.
Lemon soap? The whole of Italy?
No. Just the south of Italy where we were.
Sorrento.
In Sorrento. And so we went to Sorrento, Positano and Amalfi. We stayed mainly in Sorrento, but we went to Positano and Amalfi for a day trip. Mm-hmm. And lemons are everywhere. And in a lot of the marketplaces or boutique places, there is soap. And it's a specific lemon soap. It's actually quite nice. Mm. But when you've smelt it shop after shop after shop, it's quite overpowering. Yeah. So just imagine like it also smells like limoncello as well, which is a liqueur.
Yes.
Oh,
is it?
So good.
You don't get fed up of that, do you not? Is it not like getting ouzo in Greece after every dinner? Oh, here, you have this on us.
No.
Do you get it on us, though? Is it something?
We got one. We only had one experience where we got it on us at the very end of our meal. We were the second to last table to leave that night. But, it's just like smooth, like porter smooth, like just silky and refined going down your throat. It's just delicious.
I would have said Italy smell notes of espresso and sweet lemons is what I put.
No.
No, not even in the...
I can't remember what Rome or Naples would have smelt like. But definitely the southern coast smell like lemons.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So the UK...
What did the UK smell like?
Well, the underground has its own smell.
It does have its own
and then
smell.
that whoosh of air when you go down there. It would probably smell like tea and rain and pubs, your perfume.
Oh, is this like if I was to create a perfume?
Yeah. 'Cause
What would
it's
it
not
be
really-
like?
Yeah.
Oh,
It would still be
I was
lemon.
Like, what did it smell like? I'm trying to remember what the smell
Yeah.
smelled like.
It's
that's
hard
why I
to
can't
describe.
remember. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So Rome and Naples, I would probably say like a...
Well, Naples might
fresh,
be oregano for pizzas.
Yeah. I would say like freshly baked dough, like, you know, that yeasty smell. That,
Yeah.
no, like,
Yeah. Not.
but like a freshly baked smell.
Yes.
That you've just opened
Fresh
up
bread.
You've opened up the oven and you get that waft of heat of pastry bread smells. Oh, with a hint of like buttery melted goodness. So good.
If you went to Greece, I have been to Greece. It's like, this is quite true. I did look at some comments on my phone, and it's like salty air and seafood, which is, I imagine, also what Sorrento, the seafoody, the grilling of the seafood and stuff.
Yeah.
Lovely perfume. I can't wait to wear that. And Canada, maple, campfires.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh air, cold air.
Cold,
For
a dry
winter.
air. With a hint of like roasted marshmallows.
Oh,
yeah.
And it is
Anyway.
still pretty cold. I had to use my seat warmer on the way to you today.
Oh, honestly, I was living in 25 degree, beautiful temperature. I said to my niece at one point, I'm like, this is the summer that I love.
No humidity.
I don't enjoy summer in Canada. Never have, because the humidity level is too high. No humidity. 25 degrees, it was just sun.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I mean, it was hot, but it was bearable. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm happy to do this all day.
Yeah.
Got a bit of sun, tanned a little bit.
Yeah.
I was grateful.
You've looked very vacationy when you came back.
Yeah.
It
Do
was
I
like,
look vacationy still, or do I
it's
look
wearing
a little...
off.
Oh, that's sad. That's so sad.
You just look fresh and like I've had a
I
nice
felt
relax,
fresh.
like
Yes.
lots of stuff has like melted off of you while you were away, and now
was-
it's slowly getting stuck on you again. The bits of life and stuff.
I don't want that. I need to go away again.
Okay, well, you are in September. Right, the one thing that's annoying me right now, because I don't have a who does that,
Okay.
so we can just quickly... It's ice drink time. Like, a switch turns, the sun has come out, we've had some nice days, everyone wants ice drinks.
Yeah.
Please stop asking for an iced mocha latte. It is not a mocha latte. Where has this come from? Like, coffee shops have been here long enough now that you should know that it's just iced mocha. Why are you saying the word fucking latte after it? It's so irritating. I don't know why it irritates me. I correct them.
You mean a
You
mocha?
mean a mocha? I can't help myself. Even when somebody orders a hot one, can I have a mocha latte? No, but you can have a mocha.
Do you know, I have clocked that people say that. It doesn't piss me off as it does you.
It really does piss me
can
off.
tell.
I can't.
I need to look at the board and see if it actually says a mocha latte
It better not.
up on the board, because the amount of people that do say it.
I'm sharpieing that out if it says latte. That's coming off.
Or maybe it's under the latte options.
Oh, specialty lattes, and it
Yes.
says mocha.
Yes.
Right, that's being corrected next time we do it. Honestly.
I think that's genuinely what it is.
I mean, a lot of people can't say the drinks right anyway. I'm like, where have you been? It's not a lat or a cappuccino like we've discussed before. It's like, and it's definitely not a mocha latte. Mm-hmm. A chocolate latte? Oh, it really pisses me off. You're just using an extra word you don't need. You can stop at mocha. I know what you mean. It's got chocolate in it.
Or if you're Canadian, it's a mocha.
A mocha. Is it?
Yeah, they don't say mocha. Mocha is an our word. An our word thing, but they'll say a mocha.
Maybe that pisses me off even more.
Yeah.
Can I have a mocha latte? Fuck off. And then you put it down and they're like, oh, I wanted it iced.
Didn't say iced,
No.
did you, with your mocha latte?
Oh, I wanted it iced. Well, how are we supposed to know? Not mind reader.
We have already educated you on this podcast. You tell the person the size. You tell the person whether it's hot or cold. You tell the person whether it's decaf or no decaf.
Yeah.
Give them all the information.
All the information. Or don't at the end say, did you make it with oat milk? Did you ask for it to be in
Yes.
oat milk? I didn't know that. I'll remake it for you. Anyway, that's just something that's like, I don't know why. Maybe in a past life it was something finishing for me and it's coming back now.
I mean, I don't know what to say because
I know.
I'm not with
But
you
now
on
every
the
time you
irateness.
hear somebody say mocha latte and you'll
I'm
know
gonna
inside,
know
I'll
the
be like,
frustration
oh
that
my
it's-
God, you're going to correct them. A mocha? Absolutely.
Are they going to change their ways? No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No.
Maybe some places do call it that. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing
We
here.
now need to look at the board when we
Yeah.
back to work on Saturday
Yeah.
to see if it's under specialty lattes. I bet you that's what it is. Oh, man. Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Right. Because when you go to Tim's, they have an iced cap mocha.
Ice cap mocha?
Yeah. I think it's something like that. When I first got here, I remember going to Tim's with the girls and
It's not a chocolate ice cap. It's a mocha.
It's
Oh,
a
I
mocha.
see.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's an ice cap mocha. Gosh, I haven't had one of those for ages, so I
No,
don't
but
actually
they
know
are
if it's a
just
thing.
an amazing thing to clear a hangover if you have one.
But okay.
I have learnt. Not that I get them anymore. But when I used to visit here, a swim in the pool and an ice cap, good to go.
There you go. Take notes.
Works every time.
Yeah.
All
So
that
I
sugar.
think something in our board is encouraging
making
people
people
to
say
say
that.
latte after their drink. Don't say latte after a mocha. A mocha is self-explanatory.
It really is, people. It really is.
Just like a latte with milk. Latte means milk. The word
That's
means
true.
milk.
Can I have a latte with milk? Well,
It has.
Yep.
It has.
It means milk.
That's like saying, "Can I have a hot chocolate with chocolate?" It implies in the drink name that that's what you're going to get.
It's like the person that asked you with the thing that we have in our display case. It has bacon in it. It's
It's
listed
a bacon scone.
as one of the things.
Yes.
And they said, "Does that have bacon in it?" What do you think? What do
Yeah.
you think?
I looked at him. That was today. I looked at him and I was like, "What?" I genuinely wanted to ask more questions of like, did you think it was like essence of bacon? Like the bacon smells? We just put the cooked bacon by the scone mixes as we're making it so that you can smell the bacon, but it's not actually in there. Like, what do you think when it says bacon scone?
Yeah.
Yes, there's bacon in it. Okay, I won't have that one then. Okay.
Does that scone have this in it? It says it on the label. Yeah. It says it on the label. Oh, it's just the same as when people say, "Can I have a muffin?" Yes, you can. And then they look at you. Do you want to pick which one you want?
We have about 8 flavours. Which one would you like?
For God's sake. Right, let's get off this because we're going to just keep ranting.
Anyway.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Well, that was kind of our Who Does That, really.
Yeah, we don't have
that
one
particular
today.
example was my Who Does That. So
Yeah, okay.
you said it for me.
Okay.
So who does that? Who asks if a bacon scone has bacon in it? It's bacon scone.
I hope you've enjoyed our travel through Italy today.
Yes. I have some other stories. Maybe they'll come up in due course
Yes.
at other times because we have definitely run over time.
What's
But-
this one going to be called? Italy.
Well, you know what it should be called, but we haven't said it yet, so I'll say it now, is...
Silenzio Bruno.
No, Ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella.
Never heard anyone say it the entire time we were there. All I heard was Helen in my mind saying, I only know 2 phrases in Italian, Ciao Bella and Silenzio Bruno.
I did learn how to say happy birthday for your video.
Did you?
What?
Okay.
Yes. At the end of the video, I said happy birthday in Italian to
I
you.
need to read it. I need to watch that again. I was actually thinking about that because, as I said previously, we landed on my birthday, but when we did our layover, we did it in London. We had a layover in London. When I got to London, I opened up my phone because I was able to connect to Wi-Fi, and that's when I got your message.
Right.
And so we're in Heathrow Airport. It's very loud.
Yes.
I'm waiting for my niece to come out of the bathroom, and then I'm listening to the video.
messages.
So I need to re-listen back to it. But you sent me an incredible video, and I was very touched while I was standing in Heathrow, and it was all of our employees and some of our past employees, and my sister and some of her kids had sent me a happy birthday message, and it was wonderful. So,
and your mum
well done, you
was on there.
Oh yes, she was on there. Yeah. Sorry, Mum. I forgot there for a second. Yes, you were also on there. But yes, you did good. That was a...
I did good.
You did good.
Did good.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening to episode 43. I hope you have enjoyed your tour through Italy via me. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Sorry that you had to stay home and work and realise that you can do stuff when I'm not there.
Yeah. Because I'm quite capable. Thank you very much.
If you would like to reach out to us about anything, you can do at pod.andanotherthing@gmail.com. You can also find us on the socials. We're And Another Thing Podcast. Follow us on all of the streaming platforms that you listen to us, whether that's Spotify or Apple Podcast.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about us. We'd love to grow this little podcast that we do. Thank you very much. Is that everything?
We have to say something at the end. What?
Have a great week.
Yeah, have a great week and have a good idea.